My brother King Edward has made our family happy again. Everything fear the York family had now is gone. We get to have parties and smile instead of frowns during war. I can get all the ladies I want now. I'm not good looking enough to get all the ladies. I wasn't made with a good face or body or anything normal at all. I was premature when I came out, and even dogs bark at me when I walk by. Since I will never be loved, I will just become a villain. I have some evil plans coming to mind. I will make a rumored prophecy of my brother Clarence that the one whose name starts with G will kill Edward's kids. Should I keep my thoughts quiet? Here comes Clarence.
Hey,
Good morning, brother. Why do you have all these guards here with you?
The king is worried about his safety and mine, so I'm being sent to the tower.
Why?
Because my name's George.
But that's not your fault at all. They should imprison the one who gave you that name.
I'll tell you when I know, because I really have no idea. All I know is that our brother has been listening to dreams. He picked the letter G from the alphabet and said a wizard told him that G will take the throne away from his children. Since my name is George, he thinks it's me, which is why he's sending me to prison.
This is what happens when men get ruled by women. This isn't his fault, it's his wife's fault, Lady Grey. Remember when she sent Hastings to the tower? We are not safe. I think the only people who are safe are those who are close to the Queen and the night messengers that get them mistresses. Did you hear how Hastings had to beg for freedom?
He got his freedom from bowing. If we want to stay on the king's side, we need to become the mistress's servants too. Ever since our brother made them gentlewoman Mistress Shore and the Queen have become mighty busybodies in our kingdom.
I'm so sorry, but under King's orders, no one is allowed to speak to Clarence privately.
If you want, you can listen to anything we say. We are all doing is talking good about him and his wife.
I have nothing to do with what you are talking about, my lord.
There's only one who gets to do nothing with her and not be punished for it. Everyone else should be keeping their things to themselves.
Why would that be?
Her husband is silly. Are you going to get me in trouble?
Pardon me, and now please stop talking to Clarence.
We know you have a job, Breckenbury. We'll do whatever you say.
We must serve the Queen. We are required to. Goodbye, my brother. I will try to do everything to get you out of there, and I want you to know how mad I am that our very own brother is doing this to us.
It doesn't make me happy. Or you happy. I know.
You won't be in prison for long. I will get you out even if it means lying. I will take your place if I have to, but for now, be patient.
I don't have a choice. Goodbye.
What?
Good afternoon, my dear lord.
Same to you, my lord. Nice to see you taking in fresh air. How did you tolerate prison?
With a lot of patience, but I will live to thank those who sent me there.
No doubt, and so will Clarence for his enemies that are also your enemies, and they have gotten the upper hand in this situation.
It is a shame that good people like us are locked up while bad people get to roam around.
What's the news abroad?
Nothing that is good. The king is sick and the doctors are afraid he will die soon.
That is very terrible news. It is very sad that his actions have now taken a toll on his body. Very sad. Where is he? In his bed?
He is.
Go on, I will follow you. The king won't live for long, I hope, but he better not die before he gets to see Clarence die and go to heaven. I will see the king, and with planned lies make him hate Clarence even more. If I succeed, Clarence will be no more. Then God's free to send King Edward to heaven too, and leave me the kingdom and the world to run. I'll marry the Earl of Warwick's youngest daughter, Lady Anne. What if I kill her husband and her father? The best way to make up for a girl's losses is to become what she's lost, a husband and a father. So that's what I'll do, not because I love her, but because I'll get something out of it. But I'm running ahead of myself. Clarence is still alive. Edward is not only alive, he's king. Only when they're dead can I start my master plan.
Yeah. And, oh, look.
Set down the king. I would like to mourn the death of this good man. Look at the remains of this noble king.
Oh, look, he's dead. No.
The remains of the Lancasters. I hope I can talk to your ghost, Henry, to tell you how sad I am. My husband and you have been murdered by the same man, and I curse him. I curse him more than I curse frogs, toads, and spiders. And I hope that if he has a child, it is born prematurely, and that it looks like a monster. And if Richard has a wife, that she feels worse than I do. Guards, let's continue to the monastery.
Stop and set down the king.
Why do you come to interrupt this?
Set down the body, or I'll make you join him.
Are you afraid of Richard? I understand, because you are all only humans, but we can't stand to look at the devil. Get out.
Don't be so mad.
Just get out. You have ruined the world.
Let's just say I didn't kill your husband and King Henry.
Queen Margaret saw you kill Henry.
She's lying.
You killed those men.
It's because of your beauty.
You think I'm beautiful?
Yes.
Well, no man would love me more than my husband.
There is one, me. Your beauty is too sweet for words. You can't forgive me, kill me.
I wish you were dead, but I won't be the one to kill you.
I want your heart. Will you take this ring?
For now.
Say goodbye to me.
I already have.
Don't worry, I'm sure your husband will get better soon.
If I lose this husband, I'm not sure what would happen to me.
Who will take over after the king is dead? The princes are too young.
Richard will take over, but it hasn't been announced yet.
The king requests everyone to his room, so you won't be enemies anymore.
I curse all of you. I want your lives to suck. If I want you for all to die for various reasons, have lack of sleep, and have ugly children.
Oh, what?
Why do you look so sad today, Clarence?
I had a horrible dream last night.
What was your dream? Tell me.
I thought I had escaped from the tower and was on a ship to France with my brother Richard, who persuaded me to leave my cabin and walk on deck with him. Looking toward England, we reminisced about the country's frightening experiences we'd had in the wars between the Yorks and the Lancasters. As we were pacing the deck, which was tipping heavily, Richard seemed to stumble, and I tried to grab hold of him to keep him from falling. He knocked me overboard into the waves, crashing. Lord, how painful it was to drown. The sound of the rushing water was terrible, and so were the sights. I saw thousands of shipwrecks, 1,000 men whom fish had gnawed to the bone, huge anchors, chunks of gold, heaps of pearls, and precious jewels, all scattered on the bottom of the sea. Some of the gems had wedged them like imitation eyes to the dead man's skull. The fake eyes gazed dully at the bones scattered around.
Oh, it's so dark.
Kill me?
Oh, no. Oh. Oh, it's so dead. Oh.
Father, Dad,
No.
why do you cry for Clarence?
Why do you call us orphans?
I am sad because the king has the flu.
Then you say he is dead. The king killed my father.
You don't know who the murderer is.
No, you told me that the king put him in jail because the queen told him to.
Why have I become an enemy? Edward is dead. Why continue to live when the root is dead? When dry the leaves while the life is gone. If you live, be sad. If you die, be brief. So that our souls will catch the king's, or like obedient followers follow him to his eternal rest.
I have interest in your sorrow. His life lives on in his children. They're broken mirrors of princes that are cracked by death. Death has snatched my children from me, taken the crutches from my limbs, Edward and Clarence.
For our father and Clarence.
For Edward and Clarence.
What support for Edward? He is gone.
What support for Clarence? He is gone.
What support other than me? They are gone.
Never a widow had such a loss.
Never orphans had such a loss.
Never a mother had such a loss. Give your tears to me. I am your sorrow's healer. I will give you lamentations.
All of us have a reason to cry. None can cure pain by crying for it. My mother, I cry for mercy.
Okay.
We have spent the time of the king. Now we can spend the time of his son. Bring the young prince to be crowned in Paris.
Towards Ludlow, for we will not be late.
Hey, why do you look so distraught?
I barely know myself right now.
Have you heard any news from across the sea?
Yeah, the king is dead.
Our country will fall without the king.
His son will take over.
I'm afraid of a child running our country.
Oh, no.
Last night they stayed Stony Stratford. They will be here tomorrow.
I can't wait to see the prince. I hope he's grown since I last saw him.
I hear he hasn't, though. My son York has almost passed him.
Yes, mother, but I wish I hadn't.
Why? It's good to grow.
When we were eating dinner, Rivers mentioned that I had grown more than my brother. Yes, and my uncle Lancaster. Small plants are graceful, while ugly weeds grow fast. And since then, I've wished I hadn't grown, because sweet flowers are slow, while weeds grow in a hurry.
Well, it certainly wasn't true for Richard. He took such a long time to grow, and he should have grown into a gracious adult.
And no doubt he is, gracious ma'am.